Hello again, everybody. This is Rob Hadley, and we're in Maumelle, Arkansas, as the Farmington Cardinals have traveled about halfway across the state to face conference foe Maumelle. The Hornets play on a field here, which is 310 down the lines. The power alleys are 365 feet in right center, 375 in left center, and straightaway center field is 390 feet. Pitching this afternoon for Maumelle is Bingston, and he's taking his warm-up tosses as we speak. Blake Madewell is getting ready to go to bat for the Cardinals. There is no video of today's broadcast. It's only going to be webcast audio today, so do not adjust the picture controls on your computer monitor. Leadoff man for Farmington, of course, is Blake Madewell, shortstop. He's been leading off all season long. Comes into this ball game hitting .433. And Bingston fires in the first pitch, and it's a fastball high and inside for ball one. Next pitch, low, ball two. So a 2-0 count to Madewell. And there's a strike right down the middle, fastball. Madewell awaits the 2-1 offering. Bingston brings it just on the outside corner. At the knees, strike two. So the count now 2-2 on the Cardinal shortstop. And that one is just outside for ball three. And Bingston kicks and fires. And Madewell hits it to the shortstop, makes the throw over to first base, and just gets the speedy shortstop. So up next for the Cardinals, of course, Ryan Larkin, third baseman. Ryan comes into this game hitting .388. A healthy hitting percentage for the third baseman. And he fouls the first one off down there by Coach Scribner in the first base coaching box for strike one. Next pitch is low for ball one. Count now 1-1 on Larkin. And the pitch in the dirt. Ball two. So Ryan waits for the 2-1 pitch. And it's low for ball three. So Larkin has the luxury of looking for one that's exactly to his liking. He's ahead 3-1 in the count. Next pitch from Bingston. Outside. And so Larkin is aboard with the base on balls. Up next is second baseman Blake Putnam. And Blake is taking a look down at Coach Harper for the signs. Now he steps into the batter's box. And the pitch. Hit right over second base for a single into center field. That advances Larkin to second. And Putnam is aboard safely at first. So runners on first and second with one out. And up to bat is Tyler Gregg. Tyler's pitching in this contest for the Cardinals. The first of two that will be played this afternoon and audio cast here on PG Telco. Tyler's looking down to Coach Harper for the signs. I think that was the sign for hit it over the fence. There is a pretty good breeze blowing in from center field. The pitch right on the outside corner at the knees for strike one. So Tyler Gregg has an 0-1 count on him. Runners on first and second, one out here in the first. The pitch, it's a breaking ball, and it's in the dirt outside. 4-1. So Tyler waiting for the 1-1 offering from Bingstrom. Here it comes. Just caught the outside corner for strike two. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Gregg. It's a breaking ball, which he pulls foul. Down past Coach Harper in the third base coaching box. So the count remains 1-2. Here comes Bingston. And Tyler hits it to right. It's a high fly ball. Right fielder coming hard. He gets it. And the runner at second, who is Larkin, tags and makes it safely to third base. Just ahead of the throw from the right fielder.
Now batting, number 11, Kelton Price.
Kelton Price, the Cardinals left fielder, steps up to bat with two out here in the first inning. Runners on first and third for the Cardinals. Bingston fires low. Ball one. So Price awaits a 1-0 pitch. Check of the runners, and he throws over to first. Blake Putnam is safe back in there at first base, standing up. No problem. Next pitch comes home. It's a little high on Price. And so that's ball two.
Here we go.
Bankston fidgeting with his cap, steps on the rubber, kind of takes a peek over toward first base. Now he throws home. It's high. Fastball. Ball three. So Kelton's ahead 3-0.
Here we go.
And it better be one he really, really likes. Throw over to first. Putnam's back. He did get a bit dirty that time, but he was back easily. Next pitch. A strike. Kelton is squared to bunt with two out. He pulled back, and then it was called a strike. 3-1 pitch. Nope, there's a throw over to first, and they got him picked off. And there's Putnam thrown out at second base. Pitcher threw over to first, and then the first baseman threw down to second for the out. So, at the end of a half inning of play, score, Cards nothing, and Maumelle nothing. You won't be hearing commercials, but we'll be back in about a minute. All right, we're back, folks, and coming up to bat for Maumelle is the second baseman, Harrison Rutledge. Takes a look down at his coach, who's hanging out over by the dugout. First pitch from Tyler Gregg. Low and outside, ball one.
Tyler.
Next pitch. Outside corner, strike one. Beauty of a fastball. Here comes Tyler Gregg with the 1-1. It's a breaking ball, which gets the hitter out in front, and he just nicked it for strike two. So Tyler's ahead of this guy 1-2. Next pitch, another breaking ball. It's hit to Maumelle. He picks it up, throws to first, and the runner is safe. And that's a close call on an infield single or an error on Maumelle. I don't know what the official score will say, but I think I'm going to call it a hit. He did bobble it just a tad when he picked it up. First pitch is a strike to Logan Johnson, the catcher. Harrison Rutledge, the runner down at first base. Tyler peeks over his left shoulder at first, checks the runner, throws over. Drew Vincent's got it, but the runner's back in plenty of time. Maumelle's catcher waiting for a pitch, but he doesn't get it. Another throw over to Vincent at first. And Tyler keeps the runner close. Next pitch from Gregg is tried to bunt it, but it popped up. Caleb Reagan, the catcher for the Cardinals, goes over and picks it up for out number one. So the runner remains at first base. And Connor McCullough, the shortstop, comes up to bat for the Maumelle Hornets. Tyler toes the rubber, takes a look at his runner over at first base. Now he throws home, breaking ball, runner goes, and he's in there safely at second. So Harrison Rutledge is down at second base with one out here in the bottom of the first. And the fact that it was a breaking ball made it a little easier for him to go. Pitch from Gregg. Umpire says low. Next pitch is outside corner, so the count now goes to 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike on Connor McCullough. Runner on second base for the Hornets. Tyler Gregg checks his runner at second. Now he throws home. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike 2. So the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coach Harper yells out, New York, New York. He may burst into song in a moment. Next pitch, breaking ball right over the plate for a strikeout looking. So that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and it brings up Ryan Hunter, the cleanup man and center fielder. Ryan's a left-handed batter. Steps into the box facing the big righty, Tyler Gregg. First pitch, fouled off. Out in left field, out of play. So Tyler gets ahead right away. No balls, one strike. Next pitch to Hunter. Takes it up the middle, but Madewell goes over and picks it up. Throws out the runner at first. So the ground out 6-3 ends the inning and the threat. And we move to the first of the second here in Maumelle. We'll be right back after, about a minute and a half. We're back here in Maumelle, where some of the Cardinals fans are making light of the musical selections being played on the public address system. There's not much else you could make of them. Kelton Price steps into the box. He was at bat when the last out was made, so he gets to start over with the fresh count. And the first pitch is high for a ball. Next one to the Cardinal left fielder, low. And that's ball two. So Kelton's had 2-0. And Bankston puts that one over the outside corner for strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kelton waits, and here comes the pitch. He hits it hard to third base. Third baseman picks it up, throws over to first for out number 1. That's going to bring up Nick Huff, the right fielder. Called, he's called DJ Huff Daddy by his close friends. First pitch to Huff, just outside. 4 strike 1. Breaking ball's outside, ball 1. Next pitch, swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. So Huff finds himself in a 1-2 hole with 1 out here in the top of the second. And Nick pops the next one up to the second baseman, kind of a lazy liner. And so that's 2 outs here in the second inning. And if anything's going to happen for the Cardinals in this inning, it is going to be Drew Vinson getting something going. Strike 1 to the Cardinals' first baseman. Next pitch. Oh, just caught the outside corner for strike 2. And the next pitch, Drew watches it go by for strike 3. And so that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we'll be back with the bottom of the second here in Maumelle in just a few moments. Welcome back to Maumelle, and we're ready for the bottom of the second to start. Leading off will be the first baseman, Nick Grimsley. And Grimsley is a left-handed batter going against Tyler Gregg. And the first pitch from Tyler. It's low for ball one. Next pitch, fouled off. Comes back and hits the screen for strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Grimsley. Nobody on. Just starting the bottom of the second. Tyler shakes off a couple of pitches. Now he finds the one he likes. Brings it home. Fouled off. So Tyler's ahead of this fella. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Next pitch. Swing and a miss at a fairly high offering for Grimsley. So that gets the first out of the inning, and up comes Andrew Howard for his first at-bat in the ball game, or at least his first plate appearance. We'll see if it's an at-bat. By the time it's over, it'd almost have to be. Unless he walks. First pitch. Just outside, ball one. Tyler, for the most part, has kept the ball low and outside today. Next pitch, right down central with a fastball for strike one. One ball and 1 strike to Andrew Howard. Tyler shakes off a pitch. Now he throws. Breaking ball is high. And it's ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Maumelle right fielder. Next pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count on the batter. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And it's tapped out there toward second base. Putnam picks it up, throws over to Vincent at first for the out. And there are 2 away just like that here in the second inning. Up next is Tyler Graham for his first appearance at the plate. He's the third baseman. First pitch from Tyler Gregg. Breaking ball, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Pretty pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Next pitch from Gregg. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
One more.
Tyler likes the first signal. He throws home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Hornets go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll be back in Maumelle for the top of the third when the Cardinals will come back up to bat in just a moment. Welcome back to Maumelle. This is Rob Hadley, and we're here for the top of the third inning. And leading off for the Cardinals is going to be the catcher, Caleb Reagan. He steps up to the plate. Umpire dusts that plate off. Bergston Takes a look in at his catcher for the sign. Now he throws. Catches the outside corner for strike one. Caleb didn't want to have anything to do with it. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. A little high. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Cardinal catcher. Next pitch is fisted out there toward third base. Third baseman picks it up, throws over to first for the out. Up next, of course, Trenton McChristian, the Cardinal center fielder.
Now batting, number 18.
And Trenton, of course, right-handed batter, steps into the box, waits the offering from the pitcher Bergstrom. Here it comes. It's a breaking ball, maybe a changeup. And it comes in for strike one. Trenton was going to make him throw a strike, I think. Next pitch. Ooh, hard to take, just outside. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Right down the middle, swing and a miss. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Trenton. 1 out here in the top of the third. Next pitch is hit right back up the middle. Second baseman makes a play on it. He picks it up, but he's got no throw. And Trenton, fleet of foot as he is, heads down to first with a base hit, an infield single. Blake Maumelle comes up for his second plate appearance of the game and second at bat. He's looking down to Coach Harper for the sign. There is 1 out here in the Cardinal third. Throw over to first. Trenton's back in safely. Pitcher has the ball atop the mound again. Looks for the sign. Trenton gets his lead down at first base. Peeks over at Trenton. Now he throws home. Catches the outside corner for strike one. Right at the letters and just on the outside corner. So Maumelle awaits the next pitch. Pitch out. Catcher fumbles it a bit, giving him absolutely no chance to throw out the speedy McChristian. So Maumelle, with a 1-1 count on him, is awaiting the pitch. Trenton gets his lead. Pitcher comes home. Ball's popped up high to left field. Left fielder gets under it. And he made the catch. Couldn't see for the umpire there. We're down on ground level and outside at this ball game. So that's 2 out here in the third inning for the Cardinals in the top of the third. And Cardinals still have a chance to score with a man in scoring position as the left-handed Larkin, the third baseman, steps up to bat. Pitches right down the middle, fastball, swing and a miss, strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, fastball, off the plate on the inside, just a tad on the left-hander. So that's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, Larkin hits it high to right field. Right fielder goes over, gets under it, makes the catch. And so the Cardinals are done here in the top of the third inning. So there are no runs scored. And there was 1 hit. And there were no errors. 1 man left on base. We'll be back at Maumelle in just a moment. Welcome back to Maumelle. This is Rob Hadley with the Cardinals broadcast. It's just an audio broadcast today, audio only. There is no picture. So don't try to take your computer monitor apart and do anything with it because it's not going to help. We're not sending a picture. There's no camera. We've just got sound. First pitch from Tyler Gregg is a strike on the outside corner to the left-handed designated hitter, Kobe Howell. No balls, one strike. Tyler shakes off a couple of signs, finds one he likes. Oh, we like that fastball. And it's a little bit off the plate and low. 4-1. 1-1 the count on Kobe Howell. The pitch from Tyler Gregg. And Howell takes a swing at it, but it's a foul ball. Must have hit the batter or something, and it did roll into fair territory, but it was a foul ball. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kobe Howell. Nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch. Oh, off-speed delivery in the dirt, and he swings and misses. Strike 3. So now Alec Bishop, last batter in the Maumelle order, is the left fielder, and he steps up to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Bishop. Couldn't catch up with that heater. Here comes Tyler with another pitch. It's another fastball. And he fouls that one back for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Do you throw him a breaking ball here, or are you doing him a favor if you do? Next pitch. It's a breaking ball, and it did not do him a favor. He swung and he missed for the second strikeout of the inning. That's 5 strikeouts for Tyler Gregg so far in this game, and we're not even finished with the third. Harrison Rutledge, the second baseman, comes up. He got a base hit to lead off the game back in the first inning. First pitch to Rutledge in the dirt outside, ball 1. Tyler wipes a little sweat out of his eyes with his uniform. Now he's ready, and he comes home. A little low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Harrison Rutledge. Rutledge plays second base for the Hornets. Next pitch. Must have been just a hair low, and it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Rutledge. Next pitch from Tyler. Outside. So he walks him on 4 straight. And I kind of got the idea that maybe he didn't want to throw him anything that great. Caleb Reagan, the catcher, goes out to have a little chat with Tyler. And we'll await Logan Johnson's arrival at the plate with 1 man on at first base here in the bottom of the third and 2 out. Logan Johnson, the catcher. Right-handed batter. Digs in. Not a very tall kid. First pitch, outside. Ball 1. Johnson flied out to the catcher. Popped out in the first inning. Next pitch, runner goes. Ball goes to the screen. Gets away from Caleb, and the runner gets down to second base.
Tyler.
So now there's a runner in scoring position at second base for Maumelle. Logan Johnson batting. There's a 2-0 count on him. Next pitch is a breaking ball off the plate. Caleb can't find it. There it is. Runner makes it over to third. So a 3-0 count on Harrison Rutledge. I mean on Logan Johnson, I'm sorry. Rutledge is on third. Next pitch. It's a strike. Fastball right down central. Nothing fancy about that. Next pitch. A little high for ball 4. And now coming up to bat is Connor McCullough. He's the shortstop for the Hornets. There are runners on first and third. Runners on first and third and 2 out. Connor McCullough, the shortstop, up to bat. First pitch. Fastball, fouled off. Strike 1. Tyler throws over to first, but the runner Johnson is back easily. Tyler's waiting for his signal, takes a peek over at first base, throws home. And it's hit out to center field. And, Trenton can't get to it. He slips and falls. And at least one run is going to score. Here comes another runner in, and it gets past Caleb. And there's a runner going down to third base. So the batter ends up at third. 2-run score. And Maumelle has jumped out in front here in the third inning. They're ahead 2-0. Now up to bat is Ryan Hunter. First pitch, fouled off down the right side. Pulled it. Oh, 1 count. Swing and a miss. Ticked it for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Ryan Hunter. He hits this one out to center field. Trenton running in to get it. He did not make the catch. Trapped it. So the runner from third, Connor McCullough, scores. And Trenton couldn't quite get to that one. So it drops in for a base hit. Now coming up to bat for Maumelle is the first baseman, Nick Grimsley. Grimsley struck out back in the second inning. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, 2 out. Bottom of the third. 3-0 game. Throw over to Vincent at first. Runner's back safely. Tyler takes a peek. Now he throws home. Breaking ball in the dirt. A little low for strike. Or for ball 1. So a 1-1 count on Nick Grimsley. Here comes the pitch. Must have been just inside. For ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Tyler Gregg. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. So the count's now 2-2 on the first baseman for the Hornets. Got a runner down at first base, 2 outs, bottom of the third. And he just stays alive by ticking that one foul. Runner has to retreat, go back to first base, and the count remains 2-2 on Nick Grimsley. Next pitch, runner's going. Caleb doesn't make a throw down. And the count is now full. So the 3-2 pitch comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Tyler gets out of the inning, but not before some damage is done. It's a 3-0 lead by Maumelle as we go into the break, and we'll be back on the other side with the top of the 4th. Welcome back to Maumelle. Remember, no picture, just sound on today's broadcast. Blake Putnam is up to lead off the top of the 4th for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals' second baseman takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1, a breaking ball. Next pitch, another breaking pitch, but he got hit. And so Blake heads right on down to first base. And that's going to bring Tyler Gregg up to bat with a chance to help his own cause. Putnam's down at first. Nobody out. Here in the top of the 4th. Throw home. It's a ball. Ball 1 to Tyler Gregg. Comes the next pitch from Bingston. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1. Swinging an off-speed pitch. Next pitch is high for ball 2. So it's a 2-1 count on Tyler Gregg, the Cardinals pitcher. And the pitch. He whacks it up the middle, but it's caught by the center fielder who throws the ball in, and Putnam retreats safely back to first base. So that was a good line drive hit, but it just was right at the center fielder. Kelton Price, left fielder for the Cardinals, comes up to bat now with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Bingston checks the runner over first base. That's Blake Putnam. The throw on the outside corner, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 offering. It's a breaking ball, grounded to third base. Throw over to second for 1. So Putnam's out at second base on the fielder's choice.
Now batting, number 13, Nick Huff.
And up to bat is Nick Huff, the Cardinal right fielder with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning and a runner on first base. Nick steps into the box. Bingston looks for the sign, checks his runner. Now the throw, and Nick pops it up on the infield. And it's caught by the second baseman. So that's the inning. And the Cardinals come up with no runs on no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. We'll be back at Maumelle in just a few. Welcome back to Maumelle. This is Rob Hadley with the Cardinals broadcast here in Maumelle, Arkansas, home of the Hornets. And pitching in this game today, Tyler Gregg in the first of a doubleheader. There is no picture, just sound. So close your eyes and use your imagination, unless you're driving, that is. First pitch. And it's just inside for ball one to Andrew Howard, the right fielder for the Hornets. Tyler comes with the next pitch. Little high. Ball two. Coach Harper wants a timeout, and he's going to go out and talk to his hurler. Caleb Reagan goes out and joins him. And after a very few words, Coach Harper heads back to the dugout. And Tyler will resume his duties. Pitching to Andrew Howard, who's ahead of him with a 2-0 count. 3-0 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody out, nobody on. Tyler brings it in for a strike. Fastball. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch from Gregg. Just off the outside part of the plate for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Here comes the next offering from Gregg. Swing. Fouled off. Full count to Andrew Howard, the right fielder. Here's the pitch from Gregg. Hit right back to Tyler. Makes an easy throw over to Vincent at first for out number 1. So the Cardinals will think that's a good way to start the inning, and Tyler Graham comes up to bat, the third baseman. He has struck out in the second inning of this contest. And he steps in to face Tyler Gregg for the second time today. Pitch is high, ball 1. One-0 pitch to the Hornet third baseman. Off the plate outside. That's ball 2. 2-0 the count. And he takes a swing at it, but it's fouled back and way out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike to Tyler Graham. Tyler Gregg brings it. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. So now Tyler has the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Both Tylers do, I guess. Greg shakes off a sign. Now he likes this one. He brings it home. Oh, and he almost swung at a slightly outside offering. Full count. And he takes a cut at it, but fouls it off to stay alive. And the count remains full. Next pitch from Tyler Gregg. It's hit hard down the third baseline. It's into the outfield. Kelton Price picks it up, throws it into Madewell, and holds the batter to a single. Up next is Kobe Howell, the designated hitter, with 1 out and 1 on here in the bottom of the fourth for the Hornets. They're trying to get their stingers out again here in this inning. Left-handed batter steps in. Greg takes a look at the runner at first. Now he comes home. It's low. Ball 1. The designated hitter awaits the next offering from Tyler Gregg. And he hits it high to right field, right center in the gap. And Trenton McChristian goes over and cuts it off and throws it in, holds the runner to a single, but the runner at first advances to third. So there's 2 men on, 1 out. Runners at the corners here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And coming up to bat is Alec Bishop. Bishop's the left fielder for this Maumelle club. The pitch is a bunt that's popped up. Caleb finally gets a hold of it, throws down to first base, and gets it to Vincent in time for the out. So that was a sacrifice attempt, which did nothing but move the runner over to second base.
Harrison Rutledge.
And the top man in the order comes up to bat, Harrison Rutledge, the second baseman, with 2 out here in the 4th. First pitch just outside, ball 1. So a 1-0 count to Rutledge. Greg toes the rubber, looks at the runners at second and third, and he throws a curveball over for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler Gregg gets his signal, and he throws home. There's a pretty curveball for strike 2, taken by Rutledge. So the ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tyler shakes a sign off. Now he's ready. Throws home, and the batter fouls it off down to his coach in the third base coaching box. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Rutledge, who is 1 for 1 today with a walk, awaits the pitch. Here it comes, and he swings and misses at a pitch in his eyes for strike 3. And Tyler Gregg gets out of trouble in the inning with no damage done. No runs are scored on 2 hits, no errors, and there were 2 men left on base. We'll be back in just a moment from Maumelle. Welcome back to Maumelle, where the Cardinals have found themselves with a 3-0 deficit in this ball game, going into the top of the 5th inning. Leading off for Farmington in this inning is going to be our first baseman, and that's Drew Vincent. Drew steps inside the batter's box, and the pitcher looks for the sign. He gets it, and he throws home. Drew nicks it foul right at the catcher's feet.
Go, Drew.
For strike one, no balls, one strike. The 0-1 pitch, outside, ball one. One count from Bengstrom. Oh, and Vincent hit it hard at the pitcher, but the pitcher felt something in his glove and said, "Look what I found," and turned over to first and threw Drew Vincent out. Up next is going to be the Cardinals catcher, Caleb Reagan.
Go, Caleb. Start us off right here.
Caleb grounded out back in the 3rd inning. Here in the 5th, he comes up with 1 out. And the pitch, outside, ball one. Caleb takes it.
Go, watch those outside.
Next pitch from Bergstrom. Outside, ball two. So 2-0 the count to Reagan. Next pitch. Just inside and a little high maybe. Strike three. Or ball three. So that's 3-1 or 3-0. Next pitch is called a strike. And now it's 3-1. Let's get that straight.
Go, Caleb. Here we go.
Nobody on for the Cardinals with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Caleb. It's high, and he takes his base and goes on down to first with the base on balls. Up next, center fielder Trenton McChristian. Trenton got a hit back in the 3rd inning of this contest.
Try and find a hole here.
There's 1 out. We're in the 5th inning. Cardinals are trailing 3-0. Throw over to first. And Reagan is back safely. Pitcher looks for his sign. Takes another peek over there at Caleb. Throw home, outside, ball. So the count to McChristian is 1-0. Next pitch is a strike.
Go try and watch that outside here.
1 ball, 1 strike to the Cardinals center fielder. Pitcher throws home, and Trenton pulls it down the 3rd base line, and yes, it's fair in left field. Here comes Caleb Reagan around 3rd, and Coach Harper puts up the stop sign, and Trenton McChristian glides into second base with a double.
Go, 2.
That brings up the top of the Cardinals order, Blake Madewell.
Go, Blake. 1 out here.
Shortstop for Farmington.
Hard hit.
Runners on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And Madewell at bat. The first pitch. Strike 1, taken.
Outside here.
No balls and 1 strike to Madewell. Looks down at Coach Harper, steps back in the box. Pitcher's looking for his sign. He gets it. Now he steps off. The runners go back and get on the bag. Now they've stepped back off as he toes the rubber. He looks home, and he kicks and fires. Curveball. And it's a strike to Madewell as he swings and misses. So no balls and 2 strikes to the Cardinal shortstop. Next pitch, outside. Kind of wasted that one to see if Blake would bite. He did not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runners at second and third for the Cardinals.
Go, Blake.
Blake Maumelle batting. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at the curveball. So if anything's going to happen this inning, Ryan Larkin's going to have to do something.
Ryan, here we go, Ryan.
And Ryan, the left-handed hitter,
1.
steps in with 2 out here in the 5th. First pitch, it's low, ball 1. Larkin has walked and flied out to right in this game. Here's the pitch, and he hits it down to first base. First baseman picks it up and takes care of things himself. And so that's the inning. So the Cardinals get no runs on 1 hit, and no errors, and 2 batters, 2 runners left on base. That's the end of the top of the 5th, and we'll be back with the bottom part of the inning in just a moment. Hello again, everybody. This is Rob Hadley, and we are back in Maumelle, Arkansas. Actually, we've been here all along, just waiting for you to return. And the Cardinals bring in a new pitcher. Derek Perona is going to come in and pitch the bottom of the 5th for the Cardinals. And up to bat is Logan Johnson, the catcher for the Hornets. First pitch from Derek's a little high, ball 1.
Go, Derek, put it in there.
Nobody out, nobody on here at the start of the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch. Breaking balls outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to the catcher for the Hornets. And he hits it to Blake Maumelle. It's short, and he kicks it. And it bounces up over his head. And Johnson reaches first. Batting now for the Hornets is shortstop Connor McCullough. McCullough comes up to bat, having struck out in the first and after hitting a single in the 3rd. Nobody out, runner on first. Perona on the mound, throws home, ball 1.
So, Derek, here we go.
Reagan thought about throwing down with a snap throw to first, but didn't do it. Next pitch. In the dirt. Ball one. Or ball two. 2 balls, no strikes from Perona. To the Hornets catcher. Logan Johnson waits for the pitch to come in. Perona kicks, he fires. And it's low for ball 3.
Here we go.
3-0 the count on Connor McCullough. Runner on first base. Sure didn't want to push a runner over into scoring position if he can help it. Next pitch. Just a bit low. So McCullough is aboard with the base on balls. And up comes Ryan Hunter, the center fielder. Ryan grounded out in the first and had a base hit in the third. Third inning, the big inning for this Hornet club. Their top 3 batters in the order all scored with 2 outs back in the third inning. Here's the pitch to Hunter. Left-handed batter. Pitch. Just inside, ball 1.
Good pitch, Derek.
Center fielder waits for another. The pitch.
Good pitch.
Strike on the outside corner. So the count now 1-1. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 5th, he squares to bunt, and he fouls it off. Over by the on-deck circle. And that's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hunter stands back in. Runners get their leads. Perona checks on him. Now he throws home.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. For strike 3 and the first out of the inning. And that brings up first baseman Nick Grimsley, who has struck out twice in this game. Also a left-handed batter.
Nick Grimsley.
Perona on the mound, throws home, and it's a fly ball to short right, and it's trouble right in the area where nobody was, and everybody advances, and the bases are loaded. As Grimsley picked up a blue pit. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. Andrew Howard up to bat, the right fielder. He's grounded out twice in this ball game. Last time he grounded out to the pitcher. Be nice to see him hit another one of those right now with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Perona throws home. Ball's popped up on the infield. And Blake Maumelle goes over and grabs it for out number 2.
So, Derek, here we go. Put him down.
So that brings up Tyler Graham, the third baseman. He's got a strikeout and a hit for today's efforts. Perona on the mound with the bases loaded and 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Next pitch. It's low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the Hornet third baseman. Kicks and throws. Oh, and he hit him in the middle of the back. Sends him down to first base. And a run scores.
Now batting, number 33.
Up to bat now is Kobe Howell, the designated hitter, who was apparently born to be wild. That's his walk-up song anyway. He doesn't look too wild to me. But he's a big, tall kid. He bats left-handed. Bases are loaded. And Perona comes home with it. In the dirt, ball one. And the pitch gets away from Caleb. It's back to the screen. No chance of getting the runner. And the runners advance to second and third. And another run comes home in the person of Connor McCullough. So now there are runners on second and third. Kobe Howell still batting, and there's a 2-0 count on Howell. Perona looks home. He throws. Just a bit high. Ball three. 3-0. Next pitch. Down too low. Bases are loaded again. And Alec Bishop, the left fielder and the last guy in the batting order, is going to step to the plate. Coach Harper's called timeout to go out and talk to his hurler. Caleb Reagan joins him out there. Rest of the infielders stay put. Coach Harper says what he has to say, and he's already headed back toward the dugout. Caleb Reagan returning to his place of business behind the plate.
Now batting.
And now batting is Alec Bishop.
Number 14, Alec.
His walk-up song has dogs barking in it. First pitch. And it's fouled back to the screen for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball one. 1-1 the count to Bishop. Bases loaded, 2 out. Pitch on the inside corner. Nice one. Fastball for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Alec Bishop, who struck out and grounded out earlier in this game. First pitch. It's high. 4 ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now on Bishop. And the pitch. It hits him. As he ducked out of the way, it looked like it got him on the arm. So 2 hit by pitches in this inning. And Harrison Rutledge is going to come up to bat for Maumelle. And he is the 9th man to come to the plate in this inning for the Hornets. They have 2 runs to show for it so far in this inning. First pitch is high, ball one. Next pitch is a little high for ball two. 2-0 pitch is low. Ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. Harrison Rutledge at the plate. Derek Perona brings it home. Right down the middle for strike 1. 3-1. And the throw is high. And another runner will cross the plate in the person of Nick Grimsley, as Harrison Rutledge picks up an RBI and walks down to first. And Maumelle has officially batted around. Here comes Logan Johnson, the catcher. And we got a new pitcher coming on for the Cardinals, and that's going to be Drake. Drake Vineyard coming to the mound, has a short chat with Caleb Reagan, and he's going to take some warm-up tosses. And we'll take a break and be back in just a moment.
Logan Johnson.
Drake Vineyard steps atop the mound for the Cardinals with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 runs have already been plated to make it a 4 runs have already been plated to make it a 7-0 lead for Maumelle. First pitch is high from Vineyard for ball 1. And the batter is Logan Johnson. He batted first in this inning and reached on an error. And there's a pitch that's outside and in the dirt, gets away from Caleb Reagan just a bit, but not enough to do any harm. And the bases are still loaded. Well, this has been a bad, bad inning. We'd like to get out of this one right now. After a bit of a visit with his coach, Logan Johnson steps back up to bat. 2-0 count. And Vineyard kicks and fires outside. Ball 3. Three and 0 count now to Logan Johnson. He's not above taking a walk. He's already had 1 in this game. That one catches the outside corner for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Vineyard steps back on the mound. And the next pitch is high. So, a base on balls is issued to Logan Johnson. And up comes Connor McCullough, who walked the last time he came up. And another run scores. First pitch is low for ball one from Vineyard. To Connor McCullough, the shortstop. Next pitch. McCullough hits a fly ball down the left field way, and it's foul. And everybody will go back where they were because everybody was going on contact with 2 out. So the runners return to their spots. Connor McCullough comes over to talk to his coach. And now he steps back in the batter's box. And he awaits the 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2. Vineyard looks for his sign. He gets it. He throws. Outside. Vineyard ready to deliver. And he throws a strike. So he's got a full count on Logan Johnson, the Maumelle catcher. On Connor McCullough, the shortstop. Full count. Here we go. Payoff pitch. The throw. Hit hard, past third. Runners were going with the pitch. Kelton picks it up, throws it in. It's an errant throw and gets away, but nobody moves up because of it. And that's ball game. The Cardinals just got run ruled. So 10-0 the score in this one. There'll be another game here in a little bit, and hopefully the Cardinals can get their revenge in that contest. Remember, there's no picture on this broadcast today. That's intentional. Don't have the equipment for that today, so it's all audio only. I do need to give you some special instructions, and these instructions are directly from our technical director, Cale Petrie. Wait a little bit and refresh your page. Probably wait about 30 minutes, or 20 at least, and refresh your page, and you'll not be able to get the second game if you don't refresh your page. That's very important. Remember, say it together with me, refresh your page. And we're done with the first game here in Maumelle, and we hope to be a little happier after the second one's over. See you in a little bit.